Feather Workshop, where form meets function. Today we're working on engraving chisels. Here I have a piece of trunk rod from a 1960s Ford Galaxy, so that I can have flat chisels as I go through. Right now you see me doing multiple heatings and being real careful to make sure that I work both sides of the bar so that the banana effect is as minimal as possible, making sure that it stays straight through the process. I want them all the same. You have to make sure it's evenly heated when you're working a bar this long. If you're not careful, you can crack it, especially when dealing with high carbon steels like this. You have to heat too much in one section and you're working too far back where it's cold. Why the patch get lighter and lighter? Working farther and farther back, you can see it begin to take shape. It's one long bar of flat side. Now I'm cutting it off so that I can finalize the rear section that I was working on by thinning it on the shoulder of the anvil. I can hold it still and just crank it back and forth until it comes off. Now I can hold it by the end that I worked first to make it all beautiful. I have a piece of steel sitting on the anvil that will allow me to use it as what's known as a kiss line. When I get close enough by eye to the thickness of that piece, I stick it, the working piece, next to it to gauge thickness. Eventually it will get so close that the hammer will actually touch or kiss the cold piece of steel, stopping the hammer from going any further, allowing for the consistency. Unfortunately, I did not have it secured well, so it had bounced every single time I did touch it. I thought maybe I could place it in different spots on the anvil, and it would just be fine if I was more careful. But in the end, I ended up having to put it in a hole fast. With it in the hold fast, I can get much closer to the steel, the cold steel that is, as I work my bar down to a consistent 0.10 of an inch thickness. I want it this thin because I've been engraving an inlay with really thin copper stock, and eventually that will become gold stock and silver stock. I need chisels that are made specifically for that thickness of wires so that my engraving things and preparations for the inlay are just right. I'm just going through and making sure all of it's the same thickness. And light taps as it kisses that block. Now it's time to straighten it all out. Using the flatter, I can lift and drop it as needed. The flatter weighs 4, maybe 5 pounds. It's heavier than my normal hammer, so I don't need to throw it in order to get some considerable force put into the piece. All I have to do is make sure that when I drop it, it is parallel to the face of the piece, so that the corners of the flatter do not fall into the piece. Working the opposite side and making sure it's all nice and straight. These pieces will be cut off with a hacksaw and then ground to a proper point and then heat treated to allow for a proper engraving. Here you can see I did a test inlay just to make sure that they work. Thank you for watching. Tune in next time.